Who wants some sushi? Alright, well this video is going to be a little shorter than most of my videos. We're going to demonstrate the use of a hole duplicator. It does exactly what its name implies. That is, it is used to duplicate a hole that you've already got, but that you want to create again in another piece of sheet metal. This particular one is a number 30, and this hole up here in the tip is just the right size for a number 30 drill bit, or basically a 1/8 size, slightly larger than a 1/8. On the other side here, there's also a little pin that sticks out that's also the same size. It's meant for a number 30 hole that's already been drilled. And basically what you'll do is you'll set this into the part that's already been drilled, then you'll slide a new piece of sheet metal between the two, clamp down on it, and then run your number 30 drill bit into this hole, and it'll go through just the new piece of sheet metal that you're trying to mimic. So these come in different sizes. For example, here's a number 40. This one is a number 21. Here's one for a number 10 bolt also, so you can see the holes get increasingly larger, and then here's one for 1/4 inch. You can buy these in sets. You can also often find them just the size you're looking for as well. So let's go ahead and demonstrate how this works. If you've watched this channel long enough, you know that I make plenty of mistakes. This is part of an elevator skin that I screwed up at some point, somehow. I don't remember what exactly I screwed up, but it was not up to my standards. So I purchased it new, and this goes in a pile of scrap metal that I use for other parts that I need to build. This is a part that I just cut off of the other end over here. And what we're gonna do is there's several holes drilled down this edge here. These are already drilled up to the number 30 size, so they were prepared for rivets, but apparently at least some of them were drilled in the wrong spots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the same holes in this piece of scrap metal as if I was making a doubler. Alright, so I've got my Cleco clamp here. I have this extra piece of metal. I'm just going to clamp it into place where I want it, on one end only. And I'm doing that so that I can still lift up one end and be able to put the duplicator into place. So I'm going to slip it in between here, make sure it sits down into that hole, and then kind of clamp it down. And the key here is to make sure that it's flat all the way around. You want that hole exactly where you want it in the metal, above and below. So I'm going to do this now. And presto, without moving anything, that hole is exactly where I want it. It didn't move at all. It puts it exactly center to the hole that was below it. So I'm going to go ahead and put a normal Cleco into here, and then we'll do the opposite side so that we can get another Cleco in place, and then we'll do the center one last. So I'm putting the clamp next to this just to give it 2 points so it doesn't rotate on me where I don't want it to go. Alright, I'll do the one in the middle here. This one's going to be a little bit tougher because I've got to get it, try not to bend the material, and with these close quarters here it's going to be pretty tight to get this in there without bending anything. Alright, there we go. We have 3 holes drilled into a new piece of metal right along the line here on the side of this piece. drilled from this side. Now you could ask yourself, why not just use the pancake drill that I demonstrated in a different video? In this case I probably could have through this side, but if you don't have access to the side, let's say I was doing it here in these holes where my pancake drill wouldn't fit in there, that's when the hole duplicator really comes into its own. Another example is here, another place where I've screwed up. These three holes right here, they go through the lower forward skin, the lower rear skin, and then also into a spacer, and then finally into a clip that goes underneath all of that. So you can see the one here in the middle, how it's kind of off-centered there. So in this case what I'm going to have to do is build a doubler that kind of covers up most of that, and then be able to use my hole duplicator to drill into that in order to get all these holes to line up properly. And that's the beauty of a hole duplicator, is I can do that from this side that's completely closed up without any issues. Alright, well like I said, it's just a nice short video to demonstrate the use of a hole duplicator. Many of you who watch this channel probably already know how to use them. This is more for the people who maybe don't and have never seen one before. If this video has been helpful for you, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.